Good morning.
Afternoon.
And good evening to whoever is watching this video and wherever you are. Have any of you heard of the book called The Giver? If yes, we are here to explain to you the impact of this book, whether to us as a reader, to the society, and the controversy surrounding this novel. Before I move on, let me tell you about this book and the impact when it was first released. This book was published in 1993, and the author, Lois Lowry, took inspiration from her interaction with her father, who kept forgetting about the long-ago death of her sister. She watched her father begin to lose his memories as he aged, and imagined a novel in which people are deprived of the memories of suffering, grief, and pain. When this book hit shelves in 1993, it acted as a literary shock to the system for the young adult book world. The book was an immediate critical success, winning a prestigious Newbery Medal in 1994. Many critics praised Lowry for not talking down to young adult, meaning she treats her reader as an intellectual and emotional equal, and she was also praised for bringing heavy philosophical themes. Now, let's talk about the actual impact of this book for us as a reader. For those who have read this book, we all know that the primary message is that you can't enjoy life's pleasures without enduring the pain. By reading this book, we are forced to think critically and ask ourselves this question: would I sacrifice my freedom, individuality, and emotion for a life that seems so perfect and provide safety as well as comfort? I believe many of us would say no. Why? Because we know how it feels like to live with emotion since we were born, and it would be empty without it. Let's take an example. We all know that newborn babies cry when they first arrive into this world. And if they don't cry, that would be weird to see, right? And this book also teaches us about appreciating the full spectrum of life, whether it's sweet or bittersweet. Every aspect of our memories are necessary for our growth as a person, because without them, we won't be the person we are now. Now moving on to the impact of The Giver to society.
Okay, now let's look at the impact on society. So, The Giver is actually one of the early dystopian books that became really popular, especially for young readers. Because of its popularity, The Giver inspires many similar stories later, like Divergent and The Hunger Game. I'm sure many of you already know and are familiar with these movies. One important idea about this book is about totally equal or sameness. In this book, everyone lives under the same roof, and it leads people to start losing their feelings, identity, color, and culture. So it kind of shows that being equal doesn't always mean something good, if it removes what makes us human. This made people in real life start thinking and discussing, do we really want a society that completely controlled just to avoid pain? Or is it better to have freedom, even if it means that we have to live in imperfect life?
And now let's move on to the controversy surrounding The Giver. Despite its popularity, this book has actually been challenged and even banned in some schools. The term banned means that a book has been officially removed from schools or libraries, while a challenge tag is one that an individual or a group has requested to be removed from a library or school. The main reasons are because of its dark themes such as euthanasia, emotional suppression, and the idea of controlling society. Some people believe these topics are too heavy for young readers. However, others argue the opposite. They believe that The Giver is important because it introduces these difficult topics. It encourages young readers to think critically about morality, freedom, and what it truly means to be human. So, instead of being harmful, the book is seen as meaningful and necessary. So, in conclusion, The Giver is more than just a story. It's a novel that challenges the way we see life, emotions, and society. It reminds us that even though pain is unavoidable, it is also what makes happiness meaningful. Thank you for listening, and we hope this video helps you see The Giver from a deeper perspective.